Hello, everyone. Over the weekend, there was some tragic news of a helicopter accident that caused the death of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 9 others during a private helicopter tour around the LA area. This is a tragic loss. The people who are sports types are even more so affected, and this is truly a tragic accident. Obviously, there's been a lot of backlash and commentary on Kobe since his passing. A lot of it has been controversial, whether it be the MSNBC host who accidentally said a word that sounded like the N-word, or the people rushing to criticize Kobe for his life's mistakes, like this journalist bitch here, Felicia Sonmez. Literally hours after his death. See, this video isn't about any of those. This video is about the thoughts that I had in direct aftermath after learning the news. Now, I'm not a sports person, I would never pretend to be a sports person, but even in so much as my knowledge of sports goes, basketball is one of the ones I understand the least, especially in a professional setting. So the news of Kobe's death was no more than, oh no, that's so sad, and that was it. And I felt weird about not caring so much. I didn't know why. I mean, Kobe being so young, so good at what he did, why I just didn't care. It made me think of when Chester Bennington died, and I was legitimately sad. I was really, really upset. And it brought me to the line of thinking we're going to explore today. Why artistic celebrities have more impact than athletic celebrities. Now that title is a bit clickbaity, but let's explain this in the case of actors, singers, poets, writers versus professional athletes. In my opinion, this is less of a criticism of individuals and more about the reach of each industry. Let's put it this way. Why are people like actors and singers so inspirational? They speak and tell the story during their job. The lyrics of a song, the performance of a show or role, are themselves a way in which someone is portraying emotion and experience directly to the audience. Humans are emotional creatures and empathetical in most circumstances, so we personally identify to performances or music. Not all performances necessarily, but humans have something they can identify with in artistic form. Now let's look at the athletic situation. To the athlete's own detriment in this comparison, they do not perform an emotional, evocative performance by the nature of their job alone. Their job may be filled with emotion, but so are most people's jobs. That doesn't necessarily count. A quarterback isn't evoking tears with a pass to a wide receiver, but a violinist may evoke tears with a well-performed solo. Unfortunately, that means that athletes have to work outside of their normal work to reach people or to tell people their story. To work on outreach, to work on causes one cares about, requires more hours in a day. That's why you see several athletes reaching out to outside to partner with causes or creating their own. For example, The Undertaker, or his real name, Mark Calloway, according to his Wikipedia page, Calloway and his ex-wife, Sarah, established the Zeus Compton Calloway Save the Animals Fund at the Texas A&M College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Studies to help pay for life-saving treatments for large breed dogs. This is something that he did outside of his performances in the ring, as The Undertaker. Keeping with the theme of WWE and wrestling, there is someone I would be remiss to not mention, and that is John Cena. He is a man who has granted over 600 Make-A-Wish wishes because he commits to the notion that the kids who are fighting for their lives are inspirational and in fact stronger than he is. His act for the WWE is similar to his outreach as an inspiring character, but besides, performance athletics like wrestling have the opportunity to have a message in addition to their feats of strength. No one's expecting the Yankees, for example, versus Red Sox. No one's expecting that is going to have an empathetical and hard-hitting, life-altering message. Now, this is not to say that performers do any less extracurricular outreach as athletes categorically, but they are less inclined to do so. Consider this sentiment. A lot of people will talk about musical acts and even YouTubers, and how they have saved their lives, just by virtue of them doing what they do, mind you. Linkin Park, My Chemical Romance, Markiplier, PewDiePie, a lot of those followers who have dealt with some kind of depression, who are fans of those groups or people, will say that they have been saved by some kind of thing that those people have done. I find that music is the most common, but it isn't uncommon to hear about YouTubers to be the saving grace to a younger generation of folks. Now, to be perfectly clear, athletes do have a group of people that are inherently more likely to identify with them. It is more common with low-income or impoverished populations. Some of these athletes have come from similar backgrounds and have achieved one of the great feats of our world, in which they reach the upper echelons of the pay scale, whilst having people buy your merch and acquire a level of fame most people can only dream of. This is something extremely inspiring to people who see themselves in the early stages of life in similar circumstances to those athletes. This provides inspiration and aspirations for the future, but it is different because the viewer needs to project their own life story, and only seeing them perform in the public athletic arena doesn't provide much else except imitation. I feel like there's more to this, so I may revisit it in the future, but I want to know what you guys think. Who do you feel has saved your life? Who are your childhood heroes? What's your shtick? Art, athletics, both? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to extend my sympathies to the Bryant family and those who have lost their loved ones in this terrible, tragic accident, and to those that Kobe has personally inspired in their moments of grief. I would like to extend my sympathies. But until next time, hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you all soon.